Inspired Minds YouTube channel. After long weeks, long days, hours of working hard, handling your business, you gotta take some time to like get your mental together. You gotta take some time to just be to yourself for a bit. Ain't nothing wrong with being alone, being by yourself for a while. It's it's actually helpful. It's actually peaceful. It restores the balance that you need so you can get up and get at it again. You're just tired. You just burned out. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Just find your time, center yourself again, and then get back to it when you got an opportunity. Get back to it when you got a chance. But for the time being, get some rest. You're tired. Get some rest. You're tired. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't be ashamed about it, man. Everybody's tired. Everybody has them days where they don't feel like doing nothing. Everybody has those days where they're lazy. You peaked out in your performance. You just burned out. Just relax. Get yourself together. It's very important that you figure it out and get yourself together because sometimes what comes from burnout, exhaustion, being tired, your responses to everything become shorter. Um, I would say more aggression, your diet, eating habits, sleeping habits, everything begins to change. You're more on edge. You're more high strung in a sense. But you just gotta rest. You're tired. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we angry, we frustrated, stressed out from the world, stressed out from life. It could be any type of factors that could be the cause. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be your relationship, it could be your finances, it could be a job. You need to get away from that. You need to relax. Just find you a place to relax. Um, Healthy ways to figure out ways to like calm you down, recharge. Shut the phones off, get away from the fast paced life of the city, the inner cities. Um, Go on a hike, fast, pray, eat a bowl of fruit, take a walk, take a run, work out, read a book, or simply just take a break, have some fun, you know, just different ways to handle your business. The more you learn yourself, the more you realize like when these, I guess, spaces of your life are beginning to like come about or arise. The more you learn yourself, you'll be able to catch and understand your tendencies and habits in which you go about different things. And that's really the key part to growth, elevation. That's the key part to changing your mindset, changing your life. Once you change your mindset, your life begins to change. Spirit begins to change, your finances begin to change. But it's those parts of your life that if you don't address it, you can kind of guess why you're in the same situation or repeating the same situation or you're having the same outcomes. You gotta get your mental right, you gotta get your mind in order, get that part of your life in check so the rest of whatever it is you're doing becomes easy. Once you get that part down pat, pretty much good to go. A way to relax yourself would be just sit still, close your eyes, listen to the sounds, listen to everything around you, and just relax. Just calm yourself down. I honestly don't believe that we are supposed to be interacting with people 24/7. I don't believe that we are supposed to be having encounters, conversations 24/7. Do you ever give yourself time to just think? Do you ever give yourself time to just relax and just focus, center yourself on you? Some people may need an hour, a minute, a few seconds. Some people may need a week, a month. Shoot, I took off for 2 years. I took off for 2 years just to focus on myself, center myself. And I'm in a better space, in a better shape, better mind state in life than I ever was before. Just don't let people discredit what you're doing. Don't let people discredit the way you're moving. All of this stems from just being tired. It's okay. But you got to be careful. You got to catch it. Because you don't want to take it out on somebody who didn't deserve it. Holding everything in, I guess, keeping calm, keeping composure, letting stuff roll off the shoulder. Eventually there'll come a space or come a time when you might lose your cool, you might snap, you might go off. You do so well of keeping calm, keeping yourself centered. And the reason behind that is you're probably just tired, exhausted, stressed out, frustrated. Take some time to yourself, man. Just relax. Look for the bring the rise out. Ice on me, can't slow it out. Feeling like I'm blowing out. Feeling like a shoulder blood. Granny for my stash, man. Quiet minds, man. Quiet minds, man. My whole channel, this is what it is right here. This is the basis of my channel. Quieten your mind so you can accomplish what you want to accomplish, get done in life what you would like to get done. And honestly, I truly feel and believe that it's places like this so peaceful, so quiet. You gotta be in places like this. Go where nobody else won't. A lot of people do what's popular. You gotta do what's necessary if you want to win, if you want to succeed, if you want to thrive. And honestly, you know, if y'all watch my videos, you know I say that a lot. Win, succeed, thrive. But that's what it is, man. We got a lot of people out here just wasting time. But don't allow people to waste your time. But it's such a touchy subject only because, like, you can tire yourself out. You can get tired. You can get drained. That's okay. But you need to be in places like this where you can just relax, where you can just center yourself, where you can just get yourself together, man, because it's what it is. It's what it is. Man, I know over probably 30 to about 50 different lakes, man. Probably more than that, to be honest. I done been to other cities, states, counties, just to be at the lake, just to be at the park. But this is the place where you can quiet your mind, you quiet your heart, and this is where you go when you're tired, when you're exhausted from the world. This is a real break, in my opinion. Everybody else got different ways that they go about things or handle things, but for me, this is what you got to do, man. A little insider or a little backstory about me. Prior to my home where I was living at, I had graduated college. Well, I didn't graduate college. I dropped out my senior year. And what I didn't understand and realize is that once school ends, the real world begins. And what happened to me was I ended up being homeless, struggling, sleeping in my car at one point. I had too much pride to ask my friends and family for help. The girl I was dating at that time, you already know what happened with that. But yeah, I was sleeping at a QT in my car. Trash bag, crate, trunk full of clothes. Probably had like maybe $200 to my name. But I had different bills due. Couldn't afford the car insurance on my car. Couldn't afford the car payment on my car. And at the time I was staying with my mother, but when I came home that day, the same day I made that, it was like one of my first videos, but I deleted it because I was embarrassed. I was sitting in front of my house, getting ready to walk in, well, my mom's boyfriend house. And when I walk in, his daughter's there, and she just comes out the room fast. Hey, babe, he let his daughter stay here. I just want to know if you can find somewhere else to stay tonight. And I told her, yeah, I got it, no worries. I lied, I didn't have nowhere to go. I went up to the QT, sat in my car. It was a fishbowl. I had an Impala, and I just Started crying, man. Just broke down. Just like, man, I really don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Bottled up, frustrated. I thought life would be over with. I thought everything was over. I just kind of was giving up. And what happened was, on top of that, the jobs that I was working was requiring a lot of my time and attention. It was requiring just a lot of my effort, a lot of my energy for minimal pay. So I was having to work 80, 100 hours a week just to keep up. And on top of that, I was working at a school teaching job. I worked at a Amazon warehouse job, and I worked at a Subway. So it would be times where I would not go to sleep for 2 weeks. I was popping Adderall to stay awake. So at that pace, going like that, I was losing myself up here, really going insane, losing my mind. And it got to the point I got so bottled up, so fed up, I just took a drive across the country. Just got in my car, didn't tell my friends, didn't tell my family, didn't tell my mom, my dad, didn't tell anybody that I had left. You know, a lot of people was upset. They was like, bro, you just left and didn't say anything. But I knew at that point in my life, had I tried to leave and venture off, man, I knew for a fact that everybody would talk me into staying. And at the time, I was so exhausted and so tired because, like, friends, family, I was spending so much money, so much energy on trying to keep everybody else happy, trying to keep everybody else at a certain standard, keep everybody else at a certain level. And the whole time I was losing myself. The whole time I was stressed out. You start questioning what you're doing. You start questioning your beliefs. You start questioning, like, your religion. You start questioning just pretty much anything in life. And so that's just the way it go, man. And I honestly just kind of, I mentally collapsed. I just gave up. And I took a break, drove across the country, landed myself in Kansas, and don't sleep on them small towns, them small cities, because it's very underrated. It's more family based. The people are more friendly, and you got time to just think. That's the number one. It's so overrated, like, here in the city. But out there, having time to think is very underrated, where you have time to process your thoughts and think through your steps. You got to understand and know you can get tired and exhausted from different things, but don't get that feeling or that notion that you're missing out on something out here in life. Um, you're not missing anything. Take a year, like 1 year. Take a year off from everything, everybody, and just center yourself, focus on yourself. I promise you, you're going to be winning. And it's so crazy now because, like, for me, I've learned to, I think the extra stress comes from, like, sometimes the pressure of your peers, the pressure of society, the pressure of, like, the economy. Everybody wants you to keep up this American dream, whatever the case may be, wants you to keep up with this certain image, expressing and explaining how if you don't have these things, then you can't be happy. And that in itself is just another mental battle right there that I overcame. I don't really care about the material side of things. And I'm way more happy, way more peaceful than what I was before. Like, you got to understand, when you have your peace, when you have your mental right, You're not tired no more. You got yourself together. What happens is you got to watch the people that you place around you. Those people can steal your energy, drain you, and the whole time they might not know that that spirit, that vibe, that energy that's on them is the reason why you losing it. And you might not even notice that because it's been a while since you placed yourself around people. Remember, you took a break. You're supposed to be taking a year off. And you don't necessarily have to have people doing the exact same thing as you, but you got to have people that's peaceful in here and in here. They got to have they self together to be around you. But a lot of the times it just gives off the vibe that people just come around just to steal your time and energy. But you can't really trip on that. You'll get yourself back to where you are because you found yourself. You know who you are. Others are crash and burn with it. It's okay, different things like that. But it's all about keeping this right up here. It's all about keeping your mind right up here. And yeah, man, if you don't have this together up here, you're going to lose. Now, there are periods of time where you get yourself together, you keep it together, you keep your cool, and you might fall off, you might snap, you might lose yourself a little bit, but because you have built the groundwork, the foundation, all you're going to do is fall back onto your foundation. And then you can pick yourself back up and keep going in the direction that you want to go. And, you got to set a goal for yourself. What's the goal? Okay? Once you get your mind off of that tired feeling or being exhausted, you got to have a goal in place. A goal and a plan are two different things. Your goal is where you want to be. Your plan is what you're going to do along the way to get to your goal as fast as possible. And you might not be at a fast pace. You might not want to get to it at a fast pace. That's okay. But you got to understand and know that you're moving at your pace. Things around you can potentially slow you down, exhaust you, tire your mind out, have you tripping, have you spazzing. But it's all right. Just don't lose yourself out here, man.